Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I'm Sandman99.
Merry Christmas, and welcome back to Madden NFL 2004 Santa's Elves franchise.
Yes, and we are going to be in the conference title game after winning a wild shootout 46-38 over the Green Bay Goblins last time
oh
out.
god, that was a brutal game.
It was tough, and boy, we had to mount a comeback, and I had to fill the air with footballs and basically abandon the running game after the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a rough game.
But I did throw for over 400 yards.
You won us that game, okay? You bailed us out because I completely and totally broke down there. I couldn't do anything and I couldn't stop anything, no matter how hard I tried.
Well, the thing is, though, you kept your head and you just kept playing, and eventually, in the fourth quarter there, got a couple of very key interceptions, both in Green Bay's end.
The irony was I was playing full man coverage, but you know how when they leave a guy in to block, a man coverage guy either converts to a zone or a pass rush, right?
Yep.
Well, he converted to a zone, and then the quarterback just threw it right into him.
Yep, twice.
Yeah.
Two back-to-back possessions, actually.
That's right, yeah.
And that's pretty much what allowed us to open up the little bit of a lead that we had at the end of the game there.
Well, we needed it, because they did score again.
But anyway, the last time we played these guys, we beat them 19-16 in overtime.
Ouch.
And we had some absolutely terrible luck. We actually should have had that game in the bag at the end of the fourth quarter, but our running back fumbled the ball on the Rhinos' 5-yard line.
Yep, and Santa got injured.
Yeah, when all he had to do was hang on to the ball so that we could line up on the next play and kick a field goal. But,
yep.
The great thing about him is
it was
he
rough.
Gets the job done. Maybe it's selling a play pass or throwing a block on a reverse. He's always out there doing the little things to help his team to victory.
The Rhinos have some good receivers too, and it's a big reason for his success passing. Now this is his favorite target.
Yeah, there you go. You need to draft a quarterback for his run blocking ability so that you can run wide receiver reverses all day long.
You know what? That's one thing they never ever did get right in this game, I don't think, is those kinds of plays, right? So you've never I've never seen one of those plays actually run successfully. Oh, they just elected to kick. So I think we're going to defend with the wind at our backs.
Both teams ready. One will represent.
All right,
and hopefully it will make a difference.
See, this is what you do, right? You go up and you have everybody line up in I don't know, single back big, and it's all behind center, right? And then somebody observant in the crowd goes, "Why is number 65 lined up behind center?"
Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to start off with the same kind of game plan that we had last time up against Green Bay, because we did pile up a lot of points against an all Madden team doing that.
I'm gonna check the depth chart for a sec. Oh, look.
Yeah,
oh, never mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, their second stringer, he's a pretty good player too.
These guys have overwhelming strength at quarterback.
Yeah. And a halfback too, right? Look at that.
Well, at least they don't have a 99 speed fullback.
Yeah, he's only 86. They have some speedy wide receivers, especially their slot guy, right?
Only one speedy tight end and then two fairly quick
basically
guys.
That tight end, you're going to have to treat him like a wide receiver, I think.
Yep, I think so.
They do have an injury at right tackle, though.
Not that it matters.
No, well, they got the 99 speed left end there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they have a 71 speed defensive tackle. And a 96 speed middle linebacker. They almost have Scott Parker out there at middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Scott Parker, for those who don't know, was this super linebacker that Sandman drafted in a previous franchise.
Yeah, a long time ago, actually. This was several years ago. I was playing as the Arizona Stingers in a Madden 05 made-up franchise mode. And I was in the middle of the pack after one season, so I got some decent draft picks, and I drafted a middle linebacker named Scott Parker. And the guy turned out to have like 85 overall rating in his rookie season at the beginning of the season, right?
Yep.
And he was one of those everywhere at once kind of players. Like, it didn't matter what I did. I could blitz him and he'd get sacks. I could play him in the zone and he'd get interceptions. I could play him in man and he'd, you know, like cover the pass. Like he was one of those guys who could do it all, right?
Yep.
But I guess that's one of the benefits of not finishing 16-0 and winning it all, right?
Yep.
Is that you actually get good draft picks.
Yeah, you can actually get that first round linebacker pick.
Rhinos will have to make do without one of their quarterbacks in this game. Team officials are not sure if he'll need surgery on his elbow, but he's going to miss.
Oh no, not one of their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Well, they'll just have to sub the other 99 rated guy in there.
Man in motion.
I can't believe they have 3 99 rated. That's more depth at quarterback than most all Madden teams even have.
Yep.
The open field, the 30.
Look at that. See, I can audible from the wishbone to that, too.
Yep, and Stewart can actually catch.
Yep. Well, he caught that pass. He's actually caught a few.
Pretty good for an old man.
Yeah, he's pretty good for an 89-year-old man, hey?
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Number 25. And the halfback picks up about 3. John, there's nothing like football in January in the NFL. The conference championships at hand now to determine who goes.
Yeah, it's football in January, and at the North Pole, it's
0 degrees. Yep, because it's always 0 degrees here at the North Pole.
And the loser goes home.
See, Santa's like, I can make it warmer for the football season using my magical powers, but I can only do so much. 0 degrees is about as good as I can do.
Yeah. Well, we don't want those opposing teams to be too comfortable either, right?
Yep.
Textbook first down.
You know, if they're out there freezing their asses off, we could maybe, it's too bad you can't do things like sabotage their sideline heaters and stuff like that too, right? So that they're freezing their asses off.
God.
That's real home field advantage, right? Well, that didn't go so well.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Wow, okay.
Using motion. Pressure. Gets rid of it. Receiver in stride. Great throw to beat the zone.
Dun, dun, dun. Third down.
Yep. 3rd and 1. See, that was a little experiment here. I made a wrinkle on the good old motion out there. So basically, these two guys each run a 1-second delay, and then that guy runs toward the sidelines, and he just sort of runs toward the middle of the field.
Yep.
And since they dropped everybody off here, I had enough room to throw that really quick underneath to him, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, well.
About a yard to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Man in motion. Dropping back, looking for a receiver. Passes left.
He dropped it. Drops. Oh, man.
You could see it coming from a mile away. After all, that down marker said 3.
Okay, I know you're not going to approve of this, but I'm going to go for it here because that's maddening.
I mean, I don't care either way.
Sets up. It's a steam.
There. If we beat that 3rd down drop-itis, then maybe we've got a chance to change the way that things go in this game, right?
Maybe.
And this is the
because that should have been a catch. That guy was wide open, and there was no reason why he shouldn't have been able to catch that ball. Scripted drop, I guess.
On the call. Just about a yard on the run.
Okay, that worked okay. Maybe we'll try this out.
Ninth play of this drive. Man in motion. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver.
Yeah, stay in bounds. Keep going.
He did a good job. That was a good gain.
Yeah.
That was quite a throw.
Well, I discovered a weakness in the way that Madden 04 plays defense. And
Particularly
that is,
man coverage, right?
if this is just the vanilla single backs trips formation, but I discovered that if you tell this tight end always to pass block,
Yep.
and you tell your halfback to pass block to the left, well, you're only allowed to motion two people, either the halfback or that
This guy.
inside slot receiver. But I found if you give that inside slot receiver a short crossing route here on this side, and then you motion him to that side, well, the way that the man coverages tend to trade off,
They don't lock up right away.
they don't lock up right away, and they don't, they aren't able to react very quickly when he suddenly makes a cut to the outside toward the sideline.
Yep. Because
And-
they're out of position.
Yeah, and if you watch here, look at Mr. Tight End there, right? Picking up that defensive end and helping the tackle out over on that side.
Yeah, double team with the tackle.
Yeah, basically, that basically helps to slow down that ferocious
99 speed pass
outside pass rush that
Ball on the 18-yard
you don't even need a 99 speed defensive end in this game. Like the pass rush in this game is just absolutely fierce, right?
Yep.
Collins moves in motion. Dropping back to pass on first down. Throwing. Room to run.
Oh my God, that's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
Home team. Great timing on that.
But again, here I'm using all kinds of extra blockers. Basically, I turned the wishbone into a split backs formation, right? With basically what more or less amounts to two wide receivers on that side. Although because this guy's the fullback, they don't tend to react to him the same way, right?
Yep.
And I audible the tight end to block because, of course, they're blitzing, right? You see how he picks up the linebacker there in the blitz?
Yep, they're always blitzing.
And I've got a second level of defense here because look at this guy, right? Defensive end who basically comes around the outside there because he's lined up well outside of the left tackle, right?
Yep.
And so the left tackle engages that defensive tackle there, and then here comes the defensive end who gets chopped down by the running back. So that's what makes this play work, basically, because you know what? A short out pass is a very quick pass to throw, but when they can get into the backfield in just over a second and hit you, you can't even throw that, right?
Number 7 comes in for the extra point.
Without extra protection. I run a lot of 7 and 8 man blocking schemes in this game now.
You see the way those guys
Well, it's basically mandatory from what I saw and experienced myself, right?
Yeah, and I've learned how to overload one side of the field just with 2 or maybe 3 receivers, right?
Yep.
So that I can keep those extra blockers in to protect me from those wide pass rushers.
He decides not to return this one. He'll start this drive at the 20 after downing the kick in the end zone. Only one man back. The corners playing off a bit. Plus get set. The Rhinos using motion.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I think maybe the guard was trying to pull, right? And he just sort of stepped out of your way? Like,
Nope.
or
It was the center and the guard that dropped me.
Yeah.
And then the pulling guard didn't get me. Okay.
Back to the action on the field.
Yeah, I think I know what play they were running. I've seen it before, and what happens is the backside guard pulls, but the leading guard also sort of angle blocks, and they actually have a special block assignment drawn for him, right?
Yep.
Where he specifically goes ahead a few steps before he engages someone. He's trying to sneak through and engage the linebacker in the middle, right?
Yep.
But you fooled him because you just happened to run right through that gap that he vacated.
Fortunately, luckily.
Yeah.
Stepping up, throws it.
All right.
Nice.
Great defensive play, tipping the pass away.
Oh, look, it's Mr. Grumpy.
Yeah.
He always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
He's always a good performer.
Well, he has his days. We did make it to the Pro Bowl.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. He signals for a fair
Oh, I could have returned that.
Yeah, you could have run up the sideline there, but oh well, that's okay.
Sometimes you just can't tell.
It's first and
Yeah.
10. Ball on their own 41.
Yeah, well, it's funny in Madden 05 they swung the camera around
Looks like he's changing the play.
so that you could see better, and then they made it so that you can't return punts anyway.
Yep.
With the throw, he hits his receiver. No trouble making that count.
That's what these receivers are always looking for, a soft coverage or a hole in the zone.
They just wanted you to make sure that you would call the fair catch audible every single time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Number 9.
Yeah, it's like I said, in Madden 05, they should have just given you a play in the special teams windows called fair catch.
Give it to the halfback. Only a yard by the halfback.
I couldn't make up my mind where I wanted to go there.
Third and maybe 1. Ball at midfield.
I knew it.
Picked up just enough.
It's like they're coming out in the 4-3 over.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and run through that big gaping hole there. Hopefully I can get a block on that linebacker.
Hands off to the tailback.
You got a block on that linebacker.
Yeah.
Picks up maybe 3 on that carry. Second and 7 coming up here. Looks like he's changing the play. Using motion. With the throw.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. Batted down by a lineman.
Oh, I hate that.
So he got his hands up and he knocked it down.
Calling an audible. The home team using motion. Dropping back. Throws it. Won't have to
Nice.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look, we're in a hole here on 3rd down.
And you know what? He didn't drop it either.
Yeah.
Gets him a first and keeps the drive going.
Well, like I said, that 4th down attempt was a bit of a risky thing, but I just felt like I needed to do something there to get out of that 3rd down drop kind of deal, right?
Otherwise, you'd been dropping 3rd down passes all day
otherwise
long.
you'd be dropping 3rd down passes all day.
This one is handed off. Play stops him at the 32. Gain of about a yard by the fullback. And this is the 8th play of this drive. Throwing. A lot of space in front of him. He's been one of the quarterback's favorite targets as he makes his 4th catch.
Well,
that's because he's the guy who catches the screen, Al.
Yeah, he's the guy that catches the screen. That's exactly what he is.
And the motion out now.
3rd down and 4 to go.
Catches the screen and the motion out. Oh no, never mind. Hales catches the motion out.
Yeah, hopefully he catches it this time too.
Hales, the man in motion. Drops back, under pressure, gets the pass off. He's at the 20.
Oh, he's actually fairly quick for a cupcake receiver.
Yeah, he's got 73 speed, but one of the reasons that I like to throw to him is that even though the wide receiver 2 guy is a little bit faster, this guy has better catching.
Ah.
Like he's more likely to catch the ball when I throw it to him.
Yeah.
Because Gibson there, he drops a lot of passes.
The home team using motion.
Funny how your 3rd string guy ended up your possession guy this time around. In most cupcake teams, it's usually the 2nd string guy that's the possession guy.
Yeah.
Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, home team.
Now take a look at this. They've got a shot at him. He was so strong and powerful, he just busted right through the tackle and kept going all the way to the end.
Yay.
Run.
Well, things are looking good for us right now, knock on not wood.
Yeah.
On the extra point.
Well, hopefully if things go well here, maybe I can get you in a position where you don't have to worry about defending the run very much, right?
They're moving the ball out there.
You know, if you manage to get a stop here, and if I can score again, then I think after that defense will get easier for you, right?
Very well prepared. They do a good job of calling plays, and the plays that are designed to take advantage of the other team's weaknesses.
Doing, it hits the crossbar.
That was some kick.
Yep, and all he could do was watch it sail over his head.
Backing off. He'll sneak it. Closing in, throwing.
You see him sneaking it?
No, I don't see him sneaking it. I think the cloud of smoke in the observer box up there is already coming out.
Getting open when there's a lot of traffic around him.
The corners are backing off. Man in motion.
Oh, look at that. You got that penetration in the middle again there. You didn't make the play that time, but you messed up their blocking.
Yep. I think a big part of it, too, is actually properly accelerating off the line.
Yeah.
Like, because even though Pittman doesn't have very good acceleration, he's only got like 49 acceleration. I think if you actually get a good start...
Ooh!
Oh. Pass will bring up 3rd down.
Almost.
Yeah, if you get a good start, then you can do well with just about anybody, right?
Yep.
In that position.
I think basically what it is a higher rated player makes it easier to get a good start.
Yeah. They left the tight end in to block.
For a receiver, launches it deep to the left.
Ooh.
Wow, they actually put their hands up.
Yeah. They did, both of them.
Although only one of them actually made contact with the ball. The other guy's uncoordinated. He's got his eye patch on today.
Yeah. Yeah, on that peg leg, he made pretty good time down the field, though, didn't he?
Fair catch.
There was no need to try and return that one. But he made the right decision there.
Number 9, directing traffic. Number 25. Nice pickup on the ground, maybe about 6.
Yay.
About 4 to go. Ball on their own 32. He sees something in the defense. Man in motion.
Ah, got knocked down.
Number 9 was under
Damn it.
intense pressure.
He knew he didn't have much time, and he decided to get rid of the ball quickly on that one.
Changing the play now.
It's all because of that left end.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. For sure.
Using motion. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. The 40.
Did he get a late hit on you there?
Maybe, but I guess they didn't flag it.
John, he's hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Update from Melissa is
There we go.
extended
Now
the
it
injury
begins.
Yep.
So they have first and
We
10.
definitely have to have
These
more
guys
Santa
have been
Clauses
strung
in the
off tackles. They're
lineup
great to have in your
next
backfield.
season,
Some of these guys are big and they just
so
run
that they
over the
can't do
defender.
that to us.
Well, other guys wait until the defender commits.
And we're ready to start the second quarter.
Well, hopefully it's nothing too bad and he comes back soon.
Lewis sets up, calling an audible. Hand off to the tailback. Andrews got very good penetration there. Number 25 wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can
Well, it looks like
anticipate
he'll
the play
return
call.
soon, so I
Stop
guess
the
if we
play
can
before it
somehow
even gets
manage to
started.
keep this drive going.
Man in motion.
Yo, I think the bad ones are actually the back injuries and things.
Surveying the field. And he makes the grab. Taylor is there again. Always finding room.
Wow,
when
well,
it
that was
doesn't appear
a
to be
pass
in.
for a
6
whopping
seconds.
2 yards.
Number 25, the motion man. Pressure with the pass.
Oh,
Safety flat.
Batted down
Yeah.
at the line.
What happened there was they got in the throwing lane. When you're rushing the quarterback, you're taught if you don't get to him in time, get your hands up and try and knock it down just like that.
oh well,
Right, sets up, waiting for the punt.
I guess.
The line drive.
He's going to let that one bounce anyway.
Ah, well.
And this will be a touchback. First and 10. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming with the throw. This pass is incomplete.
I think that was a little,
Yeah, the where that ball was coming down, it would have been out of bounds anyway. You could see
his team to the Super Bowl.
where they put the circle on the field. I don't think he would have been able, unless he could defy the laws of gravity, I don't think he'd have been able to catch that in bounds anyway.
I think that's the problem with throwing to a speedy halfback. Is that some of those routes develop too quickly.
Hey,
He reached the quarterback.
Nice.
look at that. Wow. He had to kind of find his way there, too. Well, he might have been throwing it away there, too, right? Because they will sometimes, if they get outside the pocket, they'll throw the ball away, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he might have been throwing it away because of the pressure or something.
Stepping up with the pass.
I think you had the wrong coverage there.
For the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the quarterback will look his way again when he needs another first down.
Backing off. Hand off to the tailback. He delivers the forearm. Just about a 3-yard gain there. The Rhinos line up in the shotgun.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta rush to the side where those extra guys are not lined up, right?
This pass is incomplete.
You're one game away.
I mean,
from
I'm
the
not
Super
sure it
Bowl.
really matters all that much.
Counting on you to make
Because
that.
half the time they send that guy
Sure,
out
he
into
won't
the
let
pattern
next one
anyways.
slip out of his
No,
hand.
I'm talking the halfback in the backfield, though, too, on the shotgun, because it's harder for him to move over to the other side, right?
Although not that much harder. I mean, he does have a lightning bolt on his chest.
Yeah.
The pass. Well, the quarterback did his part.
It doesn't help the quarterback's confidence when he gets the ball.
I don't know
to
if
the
that guy
receiver,
had his face in the
he
dirt
can't
trying to
hang
catch that.
out. You got to know that you can count on him to make the catch.
Kelly is back.
Sadly, there's no statistic for hurries in this game.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually that they didn't have it, because that is a legitimate defensive statistic, right?
Yep.
That could have been a real big one.
That kind of got deflected to the inside by that one tackle that I broke.
And just take off towards the
That's
open
okay.
field.
That was still a very nice
For
return.
their team.
Especially against an all-Madden team.
Yeah.
Number 25. Gain of 2.
So you can run out of that formation a little bit too, but it's not great.
Yep.
2nd and 8. Ball on their own 49.
But I guess since most of the time when I run the ball I get like 2 yards, then it's probably as good as anything, right?
It's amazing. It's an amazing running formation.
Yeah.
Looking downfield, gets rid of it. With the adjustment, he has it.
Oh, stay in, yep. Oh.
Good throw, good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a receiver, all you have to do is get a step, and this guy's going to put the ball on you.
Looks like he's calling an audible. They give it to the halfback, and he's brought down at the 32-yard line. Number 25 was dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a defensive end again.
Yep. That allows him to hold up against the run while also giving him the speed to rush the passer when they drop back.
Okay, well, we haven't tried this yet. We'll try this one, see how it works. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a change of plan.
Closing in, he's looking with the pass, and the catch is
That guy was starting to wisen up. He actually came down.
Yeah, but it's pretty. That's why I threw that as a bullet too, though, right? It's pretty hard, even though he was fairly close. It's actually pretty hard for a defender to, like even move that far.
See, and after that, Hales isn't getting up after the play. He has the ball sticking out of his chest.
Yeah.
in motion. Looking for a receiver. That play was doomed from the start. No block.
Well, I guess we're 37, 47. That would be like a 50. Yeah, we're kicking
Into
it
a
into the
headwind,
wind
yeah.
too. So I guess we'll just punt it away. Too bad there. I couldn't make up my mind who I wanted to throw the ball to there.
That's up to run back the punt.
Well, just about any punt you do here will be a good punt, probably.
Yeah, well, about the worst that'll happen is it'll go in the end zone and they'll end up with it at the 20 again.
Past the goal line.
That
was
looked
so
awfully
close.
Yeah, they're
was
tough. They're tough on that one. Really, they're tough on that one.
The Rhinos.
I guess it has to cross the 2-yard line in order to be spotted at the 1, maybe, or something. I don't know.
They'll pass on first down. Gets the pass off.
Yeah, who
Did
knows?
a nice job bringing that one in.
Yeah, either that or it just got thrown in there so hard.
They need 5. Ball on their own 25. Pressure, steps up, passes left, and this pass is
I just couldn't get around that guy.
Great catch.
Sadly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The 3-man rush does really well, considering that it's a 3-man rush, but you're still not going to get there all the time. You're not going to generate the kind of pressure that the AI generates when with their 5- and 6-man blitzes, right?
I mean, I got close, but I just can't get past
Actually,
that guy.
you pancake that guy into number 51 there, and that might have slowed him down too,
Yeah.
right?
But yeah, I just couldn't get around number 78 there.
And welcome back. Only one man back. Pass play here on first down. Passing.
Well, basically, you're not playing... Wow, what was that dive? You're not playing a pressure-type defense anyway. All you're doing is you're just trying to bide your time and wait for them to screw up and throw it to one of your guys, right?
Yeah,
So-
more or less.
That's pretty much all you can do.
Pressure coming. Throwing. Great pass.
That's our flat zone guy playing 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but that's okay. He only allowed 3 yards.
I wish he'd allowed 0.
Yeah, you can't get that in this game, though.
No, you can't.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Come on, partner. Bus gets set. Steps up. Gets rid of it. Pass ball's incomplete.
Drop passes in playoff games can kill a team. Players should be stepping it up, and he needs to if he wants to help his team get to the Super Bowl.
They line up in the I formation. Backing off. Winters setting up play action.
Wow, that was a miracle pass. Wow.
And into coverage, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was a miracle. Like, if anybody had been awake out there on the defense, there's no way that pass would have gone, right? That was a horribly dangerous pass to throw.
What, you mean the defense is sleeping out there?
Well, you know what? If you throw a pass like that, you totally deserve to throw an interception. Like, really.
Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure with the pass.
And again there too, right? Like they're living on borrowed time.
Only one man in the backfield.
Well, I think that didn't go well.
I wasn't even looking for a run there because they haven't been running.
Yeah.
Knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
2nd and long coming up here. Tosses it right.
What, they're happy to settle for a field goal on this drive? What's going on here?
I don't know. I think they're trying to do that spin thing, right? Like he tried to spin back in, but one of your players was a little too slow to be successfully spun back on, right? Ooh, you almost had him there.
Yeah, that one took a nosedive.
Yeah.
Really likes to keep the pressure on the
Yeah, well, when you hit him while just as he's throwing, those tend to go into the dirt, right?
All in an attempt to create turnover opportunities in the secondary. The offensive line needs to do a better job of holding on their block, giving a little extra time in the pocket.
Yeah, it's all the offensive line's fault, John.
The kickoff team lines up. Good distance. From the 4-yard line.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got hung up on that one guy.
Yeah.
Out onto the field.
Yeah, these guys are not playing us anywhere near as hard as Green Bay was.
I don't know. I mean, I thought things were going really well there at first, but now suddenly things have slowed down for me a little bit, eh?
You know, maybe they're a more defensive team.
For a receiver, great pass. Off and running.
That's quite possible.
At the 40-yard line. Good-looking play there as they pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive. He adds that big run to his total, and the defense has been having a very difficult time bringing him down.
Well, that wasn't a run, Al.
Man in motion. Passing on 1st down. Throwing. He's on the run.
The ref backer almost got in the way and made the play there.
Yeah, really, eh?
1st down.
Well, this running on 1st down crap hasn't been really working for me, so...
Stuffed like a turkey? Wow, that guy is fast. Oh, here he comes from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he dives. Oh, man, that man is a torpedo. He's not a man, he's just a torpedo.
Well, we'll let it run down to 2 minutes here. At the very least, if I can't get points, I just want to make sure they don't get a chance to get anything back.
2 minutes left in the quarter. Looks like he's changing the play.
Get back over there. Yeah.
Thankfully, you got lots of time.
Yep.
The home team using motion. They're coming with the
Oh, wow. What was he doing? He didn't even run his route.
On a 3rd and short situation like
Yeah, you did give him that route. I saw in the pre-snap.
Yeah, like there was nobody there stopping him or anything. What's he doing?
Yeah, he ran 8 yards ahead and didn't make his cut.
Yeah, he didn't. Wow.
Back to the game.
That was a fixed thing too, I think, because he would have been wide open, right? That's just dumb.
Calling an audible now.
Okay, let's try this again, only this time run the route right.
Drops back, looking downfield.
Oh, yeah.
Rid of it, and it's intercepted into the open field. The 40.
There you go, make the tackle.
God damn it. Why wouldn't he run the route properly the first time? Right? Do it right the first time.
Now they'll want to score with as little time left as possible, so they'll probably look to slow things down. Following the interception, it's now first.
Oh, that drives me crazy. They do it stupid the first time, and then the second time, they've got some kind of a solution out there, right?
Yep.
First down. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Brooks is the recipient on that one, his 3rd reception of the game. The defense is going to play this one.
I might just change that play so that that guy runs a shorter out.
This one falls incomplete.
You know, like without me having to audible. Like maybe I'll have him go 1 box ahead and then cut out or something, and that way he's always going to be right there, right?
For all those big guys up front to do their thing. If the defense can hold them, they should have some time to get a drive of their own going.
Hand off to the tailback. Winters barely makes it past the first down marker. Looks like they'll go with a hurry up here. Drops back, gets the pass off.
Oh, come on.
That incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. So it's 2nd down.
They deserve a takeaway here.
Offense to make their move.
Right.
The defense could be
I mean, they've hit defenders in the hands and stuff like. I do it once, like one time in this game, and I pay, right? They've done it like how many times? 5 or 6 times so far, and they haven't had to pay a consequence for it yet.
We're just about down to 1 minute. Throwing short.
I think he actually just hit Mr. Grumpy in the face with that ball.
Yeah.
Kicker out to try to pick up 3 points as the half is close.
He hot potatoed that so fast he didn't even have, because Mr. Grumpy had a deep zone there, right?
Yeah.
And he hot potatoed that so fast, Mr. Grumpy was still standing there at the line of scrimmage.
Heading onto the field for the field goal attempt.
I don't know what the hell that was.
And it's on its way, and it's good. It's good again for the 2nd time today. Kickoff team lines up.
Well, they only got a field goal out of it.
Yeah.
Booming kick downfield. He signals for the fair catch. He had no room for a return and called for the fair catch.
One thing they want to avoid is turning it over and setting up the other guys with a chance to get some points.
Directing traffic. Using motion. Dropping back. Gets the pass off. And the catch is made. Taylor is catching everything that comes his way. Now over 100 yards receiving with that catch.
And nice moves and great speed has allowed him to get there. The defense can't afford to take too many gambles by going for a pick when they should just try and knock it down. One mistake can lead to a big play for the offense.
Man in motion. Drops back. Pressure. Guns it out to the right. Right on time. He recognizes the blitz and gets the ball.
That safety had your number there. He wasn't going to let you get a big gain.
A heck of a throw to get the ball to his receiver.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. And he hits his target. Number 9 wanted some time to sort things out.
Here's a spot we're trying to add to the lead before the half can backfire. All it takes is one mistake, and it could be the defense that's scoring. That's why the quarterback has to throw it hard to the sideline so that no one can jump.
Goddamn bad snap. Jeez. That sucks so bad. I wish that was not in the game. I really do. There's just no way that does not belong in the game, I don't think, either.
Using motion.
Oh, yeah. Right? Because it doesn't happen. You might see that happen once in an entire game, or maybe once every 2 or 3 games, but if it happened that often, nobody would use the shotgun anymore.
Well, that's actually why I developed my playbook the way I did, because it happens so often in these games.
But it's like you said, though, with your defenses sometimes, you shouldn't have to engineer out flaws in the game.
That's right, yeah. You shouldn't have to.
Anyway, it's time for the halftime stretch.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and it's a very frustrating first half for me. Because it just seems like you do well, and the last game I was tearing it up, and then all of a sudden now I got receivers not running their routes, and high snaps and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
And the thing I can't figure out about the high snap is I'm even standing deeper than the standard shotgun. And if they snap the ball that high against a standard shotgun, I don't think anybody would even be able to jump up and catch that. It would just go right over his head.
Oh, that's why you have Santa Claus back there. He has the 99 jumping.
Yeah, well, just the same, though, that's a pretty cheap way to get a defensive play, right? Just to have the center screw up.
Yep.
Well, I'm starting to feel a little bit better now.
What was that?
Well, he threw that into triple coverage, and it bounced off of, like, I think everybody got their hand on that, right?
Yeah, so first it's Fernandez who can't catch it. Then it's Santa Claus, and he can't catch it because he's leading it with his head.
It's hitting him in the head, yeah. And then Thomas catches
ended
it.
up with it.
Wow. You know what, though? I think I had expressed some frustration about that earlier in this game, too, how it seems like they can throw it repeatedly at your receivers and hit them in the hands, and nothing happens, right?
Yeah, because the defenders just got their hook hands out there. Wow, did you see the ref almost play pass defense?
I almost hit the referee with that. Okay, snap at belt height, if you please. We don't need to give these guys any help.
He surveys the field, throws it, and he hits his target.
Well, you got one block out there, but you needed 2.
Well, you know what? I'm happy with the result that play got anyway.
Because now you can run it a couple times and kick a field goal.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, it would be nice if I could get in, but at this point, I'm not going to try and throw a pass from inside the 5. I'm just going to make sure
looks like he's calling an audible.
That we get 3 points.
On the carry. Collins couldn't find any room on that one.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
Number 25. Number 25. Couldn't find an opening and was brought down very quickly.
Yeah, he was.
Well, that's okay. It's an easy chip shot.
Well, you know what? I just feel like if once I get inside the 5, I don't want to throw a pass because I just don't want to let them off the hook, right? And I know I can do this. There's absolutely no way I'm going to miss this.
And it's up. And that kick is right on target.
So I'd really just rather make sure that I chew up 3 minutes off the clock and get 3 points.
Yep.
Decent kick. We should have a
Well, not only that,
return.
but we have well over double their time of possession
From the
right now.
5-yard line. He delivers the forearm. The 30.
Good on you for coming back.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm doing back there is I just want to not get engaged by any of the blockers. In fact, I even move back because that's the kicker, right? The kicker normally isn't part of the play anyway in this thing. So all I was doing was I was just staying well back and just following the play back and forth across the field in case he got by everybody, right?
Gets rid of it.
Oh, that one could have been one too. Wow.
That was Mr. Grumpy too. He's had 11 interceptions on the season.
He just couldn't bring it in.
Oh man, these guys are just getting away with so much.
Pleasant sets up. Under pressure, throwing into the open.
Wow, that guy was being in man coverage by Santa Claus there, and I don't know what Santa Claus did, but he certainly didn't cover that guy.
No.
Only one man in the backfield. Can't figure this one out, but they just backed up their corners and safeties, even though the
I don't even remember the last time they ran the ball, so
I think it was the last time they punted.
yeah.
drops back, closing in, goes over the middle.
Well, that's a touchdown.
The 20, the 10.
You have 3 deep zones, and you have 5-man coverage, and it still doesn't matter.
Everything seemed to go right on that.
Well, you know what though? They got away with one, and that should have been an interception that Hales got there, right? Yeah, see, that's your deep zone guy. He's not deep. He's like...
Well, what pisses me off is that Engram doesn't actually attempt to tackle him, and by the time I go to take control of a player here, I end up taking control of a guy way late anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know what?
It's those cheesy slants.
Yeah, this is how Green Bay roughed you up in the last game, so you'll just have to... Whatever it was that you did as a countermeasure to that, you'll have to try and maybe do that some more, because you can bet they're going to go there again.
Well, that was what I did as the countermeasure to that. So, that was the countermeasure. Now we know the countermeasure didn't work, and Green Bay just decided not to throw another cheesy slant that game.
From the 4-yard line.
Well, I tried, but there just wasn't enough blocking out there.
First and 10. Ball on their own 22.
I don't know, personally, with how lazy that coverage was, I think the AI just dice rolls touchdown. I think that's what it is.
Sends a man in motion. Passing on first down.
Because I personally thought that Engram was in a perfect position to at least make the tackle after the catch there, and he just didn't.
Yeah, well, also your quote-unquote deep zone guy there
Didn't go deep enough.
Yeah, he just didn't get there, right?
He didn't even try. And all he has to do is back up in a straight line, because he's the center deep zone.
Yeah.
I don't know. If that kind of thing happens again, maybe it's time to bench some players.
Throwing on first down. Pressure gets the pass off.
We've been having a good game so far, so I don't want to readily bench people, but I will.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little.
You know, I benched Engram last time for this cornerback named Billups.
Yeah. Guy
And,
who didn't even play a game in the regular season, right?
We didn't have a slant pass on us after that.
Dropping back to pass on first down. With the throw.
Nice.
The 40. And again, it's first and 10.
Hey, they're getting a good push up front. The receivers are getting open. They're making a catch. That's what you have to do to get in the end zone.
So they have first and 10 here. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Thing is, though, when they come out there with 4 wide receivers on the line, I don't want to come out in anything but man coverage, because the idea is that you're supposed to double up on these guys and give your guys some help, right?
Yeah.
Of course, that's not what ended up happening anyways, because everybody played that play wrong.
They make it look easy.
Like, you can't fix stupid.
Sure you can. You just have to wait till next season's draft.
Using motion. Drops back under pressure.
Uh-oh. Ooh, got away with it.
Whoa.
Wow, see, he was chasing though, right?
How the hell did he hang on to that?
I have no idea. But I'm glad that he did.
Stay in that rhythm till the defense knocks him out of it.
Calling an audible now. Passing on first down. Gets rid of it.
Wow, how did that get knocked down at the line? Like, really? Wow. That got knocked down at the line, and it happened so quickly that I didn't even see what happened there.
Yep.
But I threw that the same way I always do. It's just that for some reason...
It got knocked down at the line.
It got knocked down at the line this time.
Taylor goes in motion. Dropping back. Looking for a receiver.
Oh, come on! Come on!
And again, maybe he's feeling the pressure of a championship game.
Oh, that is such garbage.
The Rhinos line up in the quarter defense. And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
He surveys the field, gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. He waited just a little.
Well, at least you can kick the field goal here.
Pressure can really change the way an offense operates.
Yeah, that is such garbage, though, right? Guy
Yeah,
with
there shouldn't have been an overthrow
99
there.
pass accuracy. How do you overthrow a pass like that? Like, really?
The kick is up. The kick sails through the uprights. That successful field goal attempt is his second of the game. Number 7 in to kick this one off.
I wasn't even out of the pocket when I threw that.
Well, that's okay.
And we'll see if they can move the ball as well through the air this time as they did after scoring a touchdown on their last possession.
Yeah, the bullshit touchdown.
Well, that will solve it. They won't be able to split those guys if you've got a guy playing deep back there.
Throwing on first down. Closing in. Throwing.
Yeah!
Oh, man. Why do I even bother playing double coverage? Oh, man. If he'd have missed that, that was a touchdown. I don't understand that at all. It's like the game is like looking for you to play a certain kind of coverage, and if you don't play that kind of coverage, they tear you apart. But if you do play that kind of coverage, then you get interceptions.
I only got 2 seconds on the clock here for some reason.
The home team call a timeout. They have 2
It's like,
timeouts
where did all
remaining.
my time go?
They screwed you on the change of possession.
First and 10. Ball on the 44.
It's like by the time I got lined up, there was only 2 seconds. I had to either just line up and snap the ball, or I was screwed, right?
Yep.
Passing on first down. Pressure. Looking for a receiver. Throws it.
Yeah!
The 10. 5. Touchdown. Home team. Just an outstanding pass with a spectacular.
That was pretty lucky, but...
Yeah, I know. You were just throwing it away.
Well, no, I because I saw this happen the first time, I'm not going to throw it there this time, right?
Yep.
But I'm not going to throw it here, and I'm not going to throw it there, so where else am I going to throw it? Well, this guy's got inside position over here because for some reason, and I don't know why Madden runs their coverages the way they do here, but look at what, you see, I run a cut 90 here, and then for some reason...
He wants to stay on the outside.
He wants to stay on the outside, right? And because there's no safety down there helping, well, I figured, well, I'll just take a shot, right?
Yep.
I got to get rid of the ball anyway, so I guess if I'm going to throw a bad pass or something stupid like that, it might as well be as close to their goal line as possible,
Yeah,
right?
so who was that no-name receiver that ran
that
route?
was Gibson.
Okay. The guy who never catches passes.
Yeah, well, he caught that one.
The extra point attempt is good. So that touchdown drive took them no time at all as they were able to get the yardage they needed with little resistance by the defense.
I guess, you know, having those streak patterns in your plays, sometimes it's worth it, right?
If they get put in a bad situation.
Yep.
They just got to buckle down and make sure they don't have a repeat performance the next time.
The wind is picked up here now. It's 9 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Bring him down. Steamrolls the defender. The last drive
ended
with an interception.
I just don't want. I want to get through this quarter without having to kick it back to them again, so that I can kick it into the end zone again. So because covering these kickoffs is nerve-wracking.
Yep.
They'll go from the I formation. Dropping back to pass on first down. With the pass, the 40.
Wow, you can't win. No matter. Oh, look, penalty. If this is a holding penalty or something, that would be a break.
Touchdown.
Clipping. Yes, accept the penalty. I think the 4 deep thing is still the better way to go, though, because they can't throw those passes over the middle to split your safeties when they do that.
I don't know. I feel like this is going to be one of those quarters now.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Nice play finish.
You hit him in the ass with it.
Yeah, you hit him in the back with it, yeah. Well, probably he cut it off early, right?
It's second down and 1 to go. Hand it off.
Yeah, I just didn't believe them there.
Yeah.
Laid handoff and picked up a first down.
Or rather, I did believe them because they lined up in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Winters in the backfield. Pressure coming. Looking for an option. Looking for the long completion down the left side. So we can't bring him in.
Yeah, I hope he can't catch that. Jesus, man.
Yeah, there was 2 guys all over him.
The Rhinos line up in Tripp's bunch. Pleasant sets up. Passing right. A little off target, but caught.
There you go, flat zone guy. You just do your thing. That's what I like to see.
It's funny that halfback almost couldn't pick up your linebacker there too, right?
You know, that happens sometimes, especially if you have a fast guy in that position.
Drops back under pressure.
Oh, that could have been an interception too.
That was Mr. Grumpy again.
Yeah, wow. That one hit him right at belt height in the belly.
He lets it go as an incomplete pass rather than an interception.
This will be his 4th punt of the day. Here's the punt. And he waves for the fair catch. Into the end zone, touchback.
Wow, they really kicked the crap out of that one.
Yeah.
Number 9 sees something in the defense. Fires it out to the left.
Well, didn't get blocked that time.
Was right there to make the thing
about a pass like that is it cuts down on the time the defender has to react to where the ball's heading.
About 4 to go. Ball on their own 26. Gibson in motion. Directing traffic. Gets rid of it. Room to run.
Yeah, you stayed in bounds.
Yep. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly.
Had to give him something different to look at, hey?
I was mostly just thinking that you were just going to throw that short curl to the tight end. Probably if they'd have played a flat zone, you would have.
That's helped him to this total. Number 9.
Maybe, yep.
Using motion. Closing in. Throws it. Perfect pass.
Hales is a good player.
He's now over 100 yards with that last catch.
He's got over 100 yards receiving in this game.
Well, he catches it.
Yeah, you don't need to be a terribly fast guy or anything like that. You just need to catch the ball when I throw it to you. You know, I think that's super important.
Taylor, the motion man.
Uh-oh.
He's looking. It's rid of it.
Oh, he dropped it.
Like
too bad.
Until he got nailed.
Yeah, jarred that ball right out of there.
Boy.
Number 9 sends a man in motion. Drops back with the pass. Off and running.
They didn't drop that one.
Yeah, he caught that one.
Right on the mark there.
And then he shambled up the field. Man, he is slow.
Yeah, he's pretty pokey.
Couldn't converge on the ball in time, and now they get a whole new set of downs.
Oh, well, we're back now. Oops. Guy beat his block that time, I guess.
One of the
Yep.
all-time great days for any receiver, 16 catches.
I mean, it's not his all-time great, though. He had that one game where he had 39 catches.
Yep, he had a lot of catches in that game.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. Man in motion. Pressure, looking downfield, gets rid of it.
Nice.
The blitz was coming, and he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, that's how you can make the corner work, eh? You can throw corners, but you have to do it from motion. Because otherwise, the coverage guys just jam your receiver, right?
Yep.
And we go back to the game.
Well, it's like you said, the jam is a super big problem in this game.
Yep. Yeah, the jam is basically the principal pass defense technique of the AI, right?
Directing traffic. Taylor comes in motion. Passing on first down. Throws it.
Wow.
I don't think that was the guy that was even covering him.
No, it wasn't. He was uncovered, right?
Touchdown passes this season.
Well, now I have to kick it back to them, though.
Ah, well.
I tried to audible him to an out, but for some reason I didn't hit the controls right. But I figured the way that the coverage was looking there, that, you know what, screw it, I'm going to throw it to him anyway.
Yep.
Maybe he'll catch it.
And that drive was very impressive. Over 70 yards, and a lot of time was used, capped by the touchdown.
They really were effective in what they were doing. When you can eat up that much time and drive the ball that far down the field and end up with 6 points, it's really disheartening to the defense.
From the 3-yard line. Loses the defender. The defense will try to force them to punt again, as they did the last time the offense had the ball.
It's always so dangerous, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's a struggle not to give up a kickoff return for a touchdown here.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming. Throwing.
Oh, look at that. He tipped it to him.
That's so cheesy.
Yeah.
That's so cheesy.
Oh, well, that's okay.
He wants to take his team to the big one.
Oh, that is such bullshit.
They want to play in the Super Bowl.
They're going to challenge the catch? Really?
As we get set to take another look at the play, it appeared that the ball...
I don't know. That looked to me like it was a catch.
John, what do you think? Did he catch
Oh, that wasn't even close.
I think he got under the ball and made the catch.
It was like at knee height when he caught it.
In order to reverse the call.
Yeah, no kidding.
The coach took a chance, knew he'd have to
Wow.
use a timeout, but that's the way it goes.
That turned out to be a good call, even though his challenge...
That was the cheesiest shit ever.
Hey, you know what? I've been the victim of that particular thing before.
Madden 04, the year of the cheese.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that at all.
With the throw,
There, that time he ran the pattern, right? He actually turned when he was supposed to.
He was able to hit his target, picking up the first in the process.
And that's a case of your receiver knowing where the marker is and the quarterback delivering the pass quickly.
Oh, there's Super Speedy out there all by himself. He's going to be coming unblocked.
Yep. See, they just need to line up with him on the line. Everybody else? No, he's playing his own.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh. And he made the tackle on that play.
Yeah.
After escaping 2 blocks.
Wow. Well, we know what happens when we get to this point on the field.
Yep, run the ball 3 times and kick a field goal.
Taylor never seems to go
Actually,
down
I can let the third quarter run out first.
Rushing total and yards after contact.
I like how they're talking about Taylor's rushing total.
Yeah, I think they're a little confused out there.
The end of the third quarter with the home team ahead of the Rhinos.
Yeah, well, you know, John and Al are just passing it back and forth up there, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was feeling a little disgruntled at the end of the first half, but I'm feeling much better now.
I half feel guilty, though. That's so cheesy.
Yeah, but you know what? How many times have you seen that happen to me this season?
I guess it's happened to you like
it happened to
3
me,
times.
It happened to me literally at the goal line one time.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that, too. That was the pass that made you never trust Gibson again.
Yeah, except now I'm throwing the ball to him every now and then. Again. In fact, he caught a 44-yard touchdown pass in this one.
Yeah, that was actually just
the guy
2 or 3
has,
games ago.
No, that was this game.
No, I mean
yeah.
The interception. That was only like 2 or 3 games ago, or maybe.
Yeah, but just to give you an idea, Gibson has like 77 speed, so, you know, that streak pattern he scored the touchdown on, well, you know what, you don't have to be fast to play wide receiver for me.
Yeah.
You just have to catch the ball when I throw it to you.
Well, I guess I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing now.
Well, the thing about this is that what I'm expecting is that you're going to leak yardage, but
I shouldn't have shoved.
At least they can't throw passes down there that are going to be completely uncontested, you know? Whereas when you're playing the man coverage, it works good until somebody blows their coverage, and then suddenly you have an uncontested pass that turns into an instant touchdown, right? It's a risk versus reward kind of a thing, right? So when you're playing this 4 deep zone, it's a low risk, but it's also less likely to reward you with something, right?
I don't know. It seems like it's a high risk and more likely to reward me, considering I got 2 touchdowns playing this.
But see, that's that same pass that they burned you against the man coverage with, but this time you had those 2 deep zone defenders that are there, right? And the 4 deep zones makes the zones on the field narrower so that they stay closer to where their positions are, right?
Wow, that was extremely out of bounds.
Yeah. You know, so even if they manage to split 2 of those guys in a, you know, with a post, they don't have as much distance to make up to close in on them, right? Because they're just not as badly out of position.
Here comes Santa Claus. Oh.
Yeah, he ran away from him and then threw it back against the grain, right?
He's quarterback with the eyes in the back of his head.
See, and in this case now you've got the luxury to be able to sit back and let them pick up 5, 6, 8 yards per pass, right?
10 yards per pass, 11 yards per pass.
You know what? So long as it's less than 20, I think you're doing fine, right?
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Hit him low. 94. On the ground. Into the open field. Missed tackle. A very well-drawn-up play.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks, and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a 1st down.
Pleasant sets up. Throwing.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Boy, they're throwing a lot of passes out of bounds today.
Well, they're throwing a lot of those sideline passes, and when they throw them to the short side of the field, it's really hard to keep those in play, right?
Gets the pass away.
Oh, there, he just threw another one.
Oh, man.
Way up there to make the pick.
I'll tell you, these interceptions...
He just threw right at him. There's
Wow,
two
look at that.
players there.
Yeah, that was the defensive lineman there that was trying for that one.
The offense gets ready to go.
Right? Because when you play cover 4 in this game, you seem to get like way more interceptions all the time.
Oh well.
To the air on first down.
I know I play a lot of cover 4, that's for sure.
The 40. You give him some time, he'll hit his man.
And the thing is, he doesn't care how big that window is. With his accuracy, everyone's open.
Well, I've thrown for 445 yards today.
Oh my god.
This is a little different than the last time we played these guys.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, you know what, though? They tried to injure your quarterback, and they failed.
Breaks free. Stiff arm to the ground.
Oh, you hurt that guy.
Well, he's shaken up after that play, and we'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information.
See, we just dipped Taylor's skeleton in adamantium before this game.
Well, he needs it. The amount that he gets the ball, wow.
Looks like he's changing the play. Aimed it off his back.
I think they were sending that linebacker there.
Anywhere to go.
Yeah, and that's why you send all those guys to plug up the hole. At that time, there were no holes at all.
Mass, I don't know. I guess I'll play cover 4 for the rest of the game.
7 yards to go.
Until they force me to do something else.
Melissa, any news from down there?
Well, I don't think that it's a bad idea. That's for sure.
I mean, I didn't think that man under 3 was a bad idea.
That report, Melissa. Dropping back, looking downfield.
Oh, I couldn't get it away.
Good play by the defender to get in
Well,
there
that's
and
okay.
disrupt the pass.
At least it wasn't a
He got
fumble.
rid of the ball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he was definitely going to take a sack.
Yeah, I have to say, I've had times ruled a fumble when they were way later than that.
Not much hang time
I think it just depends on what the ref is.
Oh, really? Wow.
Nicely, it could be big.
I can't believe he fielded
I guess
that.
if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to kick it away from him a little bit more, hey?
Yeah.
The corners
Wow, I
playing
can't
back.
believe he fielded that. Too used to the Madden 05 thing where they can't actually field those, right?
Yeah, I think the player speed in all aspects is faster in this game.
Ooh, look at that. He's trying to throw another one there. He hit number 51 in the hands with
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was, so we have a hook zone here and a spy here, right? And they're running a drag route.
Yeah. Yeah,
That is
look
at
that.
least recognizably a drag.
Yeah. But look at that. Hit him right in the hands,
Yeah.
and then he dropped it.
Well, he's a cupcake player, right?
Yep.
They can't all be highlight reel plays.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 31.
Well, that was a successful pass defense. That's what a successful pass defense in this game pretty much
Dropping
looks
back.
like 90% of the time,
Surveying the
actually.
field with the throw. Tackle at the 47. No problem picking up the first.
Yeah, you know, we talk about putting a ball on a guy. The quarterback put that ball on the receiver perfectly.
Wow.
I think Santa Claus beat me to it here.
Yeah, he did. He was just playing faster than you,
Yeah.
but you managed to get through there
The
untouched.
thing is, that's where it all
Yeah, that
starts
was
with
weird.
alignment.
I think it was another one of those
Dominating
movement
the
things, right?
trenches
Yep.
is going to have a huge
Yeah,
impact
because I was
on their
shifting
opponent.
over back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
Throws it.
Hot potato.
Yeah, that one was behind him.
Hands on it, but just
He was running one way and the ball was going the other.
He's working really hard to improve himself. Every now and then he'll let one bounce off his hands like that, but most of the time you can rely on him to make the catch when you really need it.
giving some cushion on the outside.
Almost forgot to do that.
Pressure, gets rid of it. Nice. Number 83 is doing a good job finding.
Well, it looks like they're going to go on 4th
That's his
down.
third catch. Winters, nice play fake with the throw, picked off.
Well, that ought to be the ball game right there. They're not going to catch you. Oh, wow, that guy almost caught you.
Yeah, he's faster than Santa Claus. What the hell's up with that?
Watch the quarterback's eyes the whole time.
It looked like the quarterback may have slipped a little bit. Maybe he wasn't able to put that one where he
Well,
wanted.
that's what, 4 interceptions that he's thrown now?
Yeah, well, ever since I started playing cover 4, he's just been throwing them one after the other.
Yep.
The kicking team heads out onto the field.
I really don't know what to tell you in that regard. I mean, it's a very standard cover. I'll show the play again when I line up here. It's a very standard alignment. And it's all I'm playing, and they just keep throwing it into the middle over and over again.
Booming kick down.
Well, we don't have to worry about returning kickoffs for touchdowns now.
He takes a knee. Well, the last time they had the ball, they turned it over on an interception. Let's see what happens here. The backs are lined up.
Yeah, like this. It's
Yeah,
just like
basically
a bog standard cover 4. There's nothing special about it. It's just a bog standard cover 4, as you guys can see. I have no idea why they keep throwing it into the middle. They're just retarded.
And they'll continue to move the ball on the ground on this play.
No, I'm just going to keep coming out, and that bog standard cover 4 will come out in here and again. And if they throw it there again, then whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That is actually my defensive standard. And look at that. You got a coverage sack there.
Yeah, I'm trying to shove past that guy, and then...
They're looking now at 3rd and long after the sack.
There you go. In Madden 05, man coverage good. In Madden 04,
The Rhinos line up in the shotgun.
just come out and cover 4.
Yeah, well, zone coverage is where it's at, right? And because of the way that you have that designed with the 2 guys on the outside playing flats like that, and the guy playing the hook zone in the middle, more often than not, they're actually stationed in some of the main passing lanes where the quarterback will get rid of the ball if he wants to throw it away quick, right?
This could be a dangerous one. Watcher set up. He had some.
So the irony is that I actually based that formation. So like I created it from the I think created it from the 3-4, obviously, right? But they're basically positioned in the normal dime and nickel positions, right?
Hand it off.
Now we're going to run the ball 3 times and punt, I think.
The defense is always very
I think we have actually passed the ball enough in this game. We don't need to pass anymore.
And the way it works is the reason I play those flats is that cover 4 defense is actually intended as a goal line defense. And so the nickel and dime guys are running to the flats because the idea is if they throw a wide receiver flat pass, I want somebody out there to respond.
Well, at least we got it back. Wow.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play.
But now I'm playing cover 4 on their side of the field because in Madden 04 you can do that. In Madden 05 you can't.
Oh.
In spite of the fact that it's year of the D.
I guess we're throwing a pass here with all that scrambling and button mashing that I was doing to try and recover that fumble. It looks like I called an audible somewhere along the way too.
You could reset your audible.
That's okay. We'll run this. I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's audible ZL.
The home team using motion. Dropping back, throwing, and he goes out of bounds at the 45.
You talk about great concentration. Watch this. He's able to keep his feet in bounds, make the catch on a perfectly placed pass.
Keep his feet in bounds?
Well, they're going to call it a catch, but it's like 4th down and 7 anyway, right? So, you know, whatever.
Well, except they didn't call it a catch. The Madden and the official disagree with each other.
Oh.
You probably could have challenged that.
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't have made a 1st down on it anyway. Right? I would have been short anyhow, so.
Gonna hurt your passing statistics.
Ah, that's okay.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own.
I think my passing statistics in this game are pretty good. To tell you the truth, what I was going to do, once that fumble thing was sorted out, is I was just going to line up and run the ball again anyway.
Yeah, we're going to come out in a cover 4.
There, see that? That guy can't just turn and run straight up the field between your safeties because you have a guy right dead center in the middle of the field, right?
Well, but I have that guy dead center in the middle of the field, though, because I'm crashing my zones left and right.
Yep. But that's fine. With 4 deep zones, you can do that, right?
What a stiff one. Winters did a nice job tracking.
I know all the tricks for that. I play 4 deep zone.
Yeah, no, you're a zone coverage guy.
Yeah, I'm a zone coverage guy, and I play 4 deep zone almost exclusively. Like,
slings it to the outside. The pass ball's incomplete.
oh, holding penalty.
Okay. Actually, left guard, that would have been the guy I was trying to deal with.
See, if they'll let me, without producing a fumble by the running back or something like that again, is I'll run the ball 3 times and punt again the next time I get the ball back here, right? You know, like, that's annoying when you're playing with a lead and you want to just run the ball 3 times and punt, and they make your running back fumble, right?
Yep.
And that's just a little bit too much of a coincidence, because I can remember the last time we played these guys. It was about this time in the game.
And you ran the ball 3 times and fumbled.
And I was going to run the ball 3 times and then kick a field goal, and the guy fumbled. Right?
Yep.
A few more to his total with that completion, and now it's thrown for over 250. Kelly is looking for a good punt here. Here's the kick. Fair catch.
I love how you can wave for a fair catch just like instantly.
Yeah.
But you have to, because they don't give you a good camera angle for the return, right?
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 35.
But in real life football, I think you actually at least have to like wave.
Hand it off to the fullback.
You can't just like insta fair catch.
And he was looking for a place to cut.
I think there's even criteria for like how they judge whether or not you were calling a fair catch or not.
Yeah. See, if I have a fumble this time around on this possession, then the next time I get the ball, I'm just going to kneel 3 times and then punt. Because then that way, at least they can't make me turn it over, right?
Yep. Well, and especially this back is not particularly prone to fumbling.
I know, but he did. It was this guy too, right?
Yep. It's one of those fishy scripted things.
Well, now I can let the clock run down to 2 minutes, and then I can recall this play again. And I'll run the ball, and then I'll punt.
Runs the ball, picks up 9 yards.
Hey, well, you know what? If they let me do that, then I'll just run the ball 3 more times and then punt.
2 minutes left.
However, I don't think there's going to be any 9-yard runs being produced by this offense anyway.
Calling an audible. This one is handed off. About a 2-yard gain by the fullback.
I bet the defensive coordinator is telling his guys on the sidelines to get ready, because it'll be up to them to stop any comeback attempt and hold on for the win.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here.
Well, that one was a little late, but hopefully I'm aiming it wide enough toward the sideline and the wind will keep me over there too.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. You'll probably just go straight down the middle.
Yeah. The idea is to not give up a punt return for a touchdown, though.
He kicks a line drive, and he waves for the fair catch.
Okay, well, we'll just kick it into the end zone.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play some cover 4.
1st and 10. Ball on their own.
Yeah, just play cover 4, back everybody up deep, and, you know, just don't let them have anything.
Dropping back, throws it, and this
They can have that short stuff if they want.
Johnny has great touch.
But that's, like, if you even if you watch the way this rather ordinary-looking play ended up, one of the reasons that I play cover 4 a lot is because I'm willing to give up this kind of play for a certain amount of time if you watch the number of defenders that are able to converge on the ball carrier and stop him, right?
Yeah.
And the whole idea is you want to not allow them to get a quick score. You make them work their way down the field and take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock. And if they try to force something deeper, then you'll probably be able to sack them because it, you know, like they won't have an open receiver, right? And even there, that sort of went awry a little bit there, but at least you still had those 2 guys there to stop the, you know, to save the touchdown, right?
That'll be 15 yards, no question.
Wow, we just took a 15-yard face mask penalty.
Well, now you can change gears, though, and play something a little more aggressive, like, I don't know, cover 3 or cover 2 or something like that, or a 4-3 base defense, you know?
That's all you can really do.
First down.
The way I see it is, at this point in the field, you have a lot of options, right? That because you don't have to defend the deep pass anymore. So you just have to fill up all those short passing lanes and take the ball away from them, right?
See, well, this is what I call cover 2 wide, and this guy is playing a hook zone, but he's playing a hook zone that angles in towards the middle of the field,
Yeah.
while this guy is going to play a flat zone.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is because linebackers don't seem to play the hook zone properly in this game.
Yeah.
And so
actually,
we've got our cornerback coming in to the middle, and let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I don't see your linebacker playing the flat zone there at all. I think it was number 45.
Oh,
you
it might have been number 45
that you had playing the flat, because look at that, he jams that
Yep.
slot receiver
Yep,
right
it's
away.
number
right?
45. I mean, I don't know if this should have been an interception.
Well, that definitely shouldn't have been thrown anyway, right?
Probably should have just been an incompletion.
Basically, both of those pass routes were ruined, and you had 2 other defenders in the area that could close in on that. You know, if that turned out to be a deflection or a tip pass or something, right?
Yeah, but yeah, this is just stock cover 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, cover 2 with the corner playing the hook
Well,
zone.
it's
but-
cover 2 your way,
Yeah.
right?
I think their best bet
But I don't know,
is to run
like,
with the handoff.
it's the year of the turnover, right? I don't know what the hell happened in this second half. I got a lot of interceptions, and I gave up a long pass for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Number 9 sees something in the defense. They give it to the halfback. Gain of about 1.
Well, that ought to do it.
Yeah, that's the last play of the game.
Yeah, I don't think they're even going to call a timeout. So there you go. We are Super Bowl bound. Whipping the Rhinos 48-13.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that they were playing in such a way that they could beat my defense this game. They certainly didn't show it, although they had that one cheesy slant for a touchdown. But, you know, I don't know. Then they went and threw all those interceptions. Cover 4 equals interception? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Maybe though you came out and you were playing man for the first part of the game, and then when they burned you, then they sort of got locked into that rut, trying to play the they said NFC champion,
Yep.
and you have a little celebration there. They don't show that in Madden 05.
Yeah, they took that out.
Yeah, isn't that funny? But anyway, like I was saying, they probably got locked into that rut then because they kept going back to what worked, right?
Yeah, well, and then they were just throwing it right into linebacker hands, and
wow, Travis Taylor got 21 catches.
wow.
Caused 6 turnovers on defense. Intercept 5 passes on defense. Wow.
Ridiculous.
Gained 100 receiving yards with 2 different players. Some pretty crazy stats here. Yeah, look at that. I ran for almost as many yards as they did. Threw for 439 yards. Yeah, we were +5 on turnovers.
Utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because they just kept throwing it there. They kept throwing those drags.
Yeah, but even though I went almost exclusively to a pass-based offense, I still managed to dominate time of possession, right?
I'm pretty sure that guy ruined his quarterback rating.
Yeah. Well, I had a quarterback rating of 124.
Yep.
Threw for 457 yards, 4 touchdowns. I completed 79% of my passes. Wow.
Nice. Only got sacked twice.
Whoop. Yeah, rushing, well, we didn't do so well rushing. Right? The only guy who got a decent yards per carry average was the guy running the quarterback sneak.
Well, that's okay.
See that? And he fumbled the ball too.
Yeah, but again, it was in that same fourth quarter low time scenario.
Yep. See, Gibson had 68 yards. There's that tight end, had 46 yards. Even threw a couple to the fullback.
Yep.
And Patrick Stewart even caught one. And I only had 2 drop passes, which is pretty good for the number of passes that I threw. That was excellent, actually.
Yo, you had a couple there where it's like, holy shit, how did that guy hang on to that? But he just did.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
And look at Ailes there, leading the team in tackles. And he had 3 dropped interceptions.
Well, that's okay. He was out there doing his job.
Yeah.
Engram was the guy I got mad at, but I think he ended up getting an interception in the end.
Yeah. Well, you managed to get yourself a sack today, and your right outside linebacker got one.
Yeah, I think that's my first sack.
Yeah. And look at all those defensive backs getting interceptions.
Yeah, it was ridiculous out there.
Yeah. Yeah, he got 2. He got 1. He got 1. Wow. But look at all these too, 5, 6, 7, 8, and most of those would be what you could call dropped interceptions, because that's basically, if you see pass deflection in this game, it's because the defender manages to square himself up to the ball as it comes toward him and put both hands up and make an interception attempt.
Because they don't use the SWAT button.
Because they don't use the SWAT button in this game, right? Like, they very rarely, I think there was one play in this game where they did that.
Yeah.
Right.
But most of the time it's just they stand there with their hands at their sides.
Most of the time though, it's short pass defenders, and they stand there, and if the ball's coming toward them and they happen to be in the path of the football when it's been thrown, then they will make a play at it and try and get an interception, basically. That's how pass defense works in Madden 04. So I had a crappy day punting. I kicked it into the end zone 4 times.
Well, that's okay.
Although that one was awfully close. I could have contested that, I think, but, you know. And you managed to return a couple of punts. Yeah, he had a 32.7 quarterback rating. And threw 6 interceptions.
Oh my god.
And he was 24 out of 52.
Yeah, I just don't know what the hell they were doing out there.
Yeah, they didn't really make much of an effort to run the ball. And they had 5, 6, 7, 8 drops in, 52 pass attempts? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Well, the thing is, though, when you look at these drops, most of these are not unforced drops either. They're where the ball comes to the receiver and then a couple of guys hit him at the same time or something like that, right?
Yep.
They still count those as drops, but when the quarterback throws a hospital pass and the defender lays the guy out, if he drops the ball, you can't really hold it against him, I don't think, right? But anyway. Yeah, see, and they got those sacks, 1 for each defensive end, and both times it was like the high snap thing where by the time my quarterback jumped up in the air and recovered the snap and got back on his feet, well, the defender's already there. I don't have time to do anything except get hit.
Yep.
And I had the one bad pass for an interception, but...
Well, you made the tackle after.
Yeah, at least I made the tackle, but... Anyway. Then they had the one forced fumble, but we got it back. We were lucky. But I think you made some big plays on defense, particularly in the first half. When you forced them to kick field goals the first 2 times that they got in there, especially after that interception that I threw, right? You know, like just stopping them and making them settle for 3 on those 2 possessions, I think was very important. Because the game was still close at halftime, right?
Yep. Yeah, I just don't know what this game was. And I mean, like, I wasn't really having trouble with them in the first half. Then they came out in the second half and threw that touchdown. And then I switched defenses entirely to the cover 4, and then they threw 6 interceptions in the second half.
Yep.
So,
well, anyway, I guess we're on our way to the Super Bowl, so that will be the next episode.
Indeed.
Until then,
I'm RecB5.
And I'm Sandman99.
Merry Christmas.